Alright, alright. Alright, so we're still looking for that profitable strategy for NVIDIA on the 5-minute or the 1-minute time frame or the 15-second time frame. I put together one this morning that was fairly quick, but it was not terribly profitable. But it was really quick. I put it together really quick. So, I mean, what do you expect? Right? Alright, but I'm going to put together another one here on NVIDIA and see if we can't do a little bit better. Come on. We can do better than that. Let me get a little bit of music going. Alright, so I'm going to make a strategy. This is going to be... And honestly, guys, like I put together one for Apple and one for Tesla, and it was so profitable. I said, man, this is too easy. Like, what am I doing wrong? Because this is too easy. And I was a little bit skeptical. But I will tell you that it's not like I haven't been putting in the time. It's not like I haven't been working hard on trying to get good at making strategies. I have been. And so I guess I just have been, as my younger brother would say, doing what it do. Right? Because the strategy looks good. It performed well. And that's all you wanted to do. So I tried to put one together really quick this morning. I was like, yeah, I can put one together. If I can make a strategy as profitable as I did, I said I can just throw one together, optimize it, and it'll be really profitable, right? Because this whole thing is easy. And I threw one together, and no, it's not terribly profitable. So that was a little bit reassuring to me. Maybe that may not make sense to you guys, but that was reassuring to me to know that what I'm doing does take some level of ability or reasoning, logic, skill, and so I'm okay now. I'm okay. I feel much better. So let's go back to it, and let's see. I'm gonna still try the 5-minute NVIDIA, and this is gonna be 08-10-23 part 2. I'll do part 2. Okay. Alright, let's get everything that we have off the screen. Five-minute, so I want it to be blue. Alright, so I'm going to remove NVIDIA, and I'll keep slope and strategies. I'm going to remove this one. This one that I had on there. Okay, so still I'm looking for, and maybe I should look for something, maybe I should look for more entries, right? So, or if I was looking this far out, I probably should have done like a 15-minute time frame. Hang on, guys. Chat me in the text if you have any questions or want to see anything. I'm on the phone. All right, so I'm trying to do something with the slope. So here, I'm trying to do something with the slope where I want to, that's why this isn't fire, because the low here is less than the black line is the smooth moving average of the 9. The simple,
so I'm trying to do something
simple
with
average
slope.
of the 9.
Here, I'm trying to do something with slope.
All right, so the black line is the simple average of the 9 periods. So I'm trying to do something with the slope that allows me to get one of these bars. Something like, and I guess that's right. This should be, I mean, this should work anyway. So what I'm looking at is, I got to figure out what I wanted to say, because here I'm saying, okay, so I'm saying something like this. All right, so we have a trend line that comes through all these, a best fit trend line, which is what linear regression is, best fit. And so as it comes through here, I want to get, do I want to get something that's below the trend line? Well, probably not, but I think that's what I'm coding for here. I want to get something that's above the trend line, which means that these have broken above that. And in some instances, you would want to get something below the trend line, which means that there is an acute sell-off. And then maybe you're looking for like a regression to the mean, taking that trade. But technically, I don't want to get anything in this trend going down, trend going down, trend going down, trend going down. I want to get something that has crossed that. So I should be looking for this trend line over these number of bars. Whatever it is. If we went this many bars, we count how many that is, and we'll say that's 22 bars. So we'll make this let's make this trend line the middle of the bar. So we'll put mid bar, and we'll put 22, and then the target bar is going to be 0, which is just where the actual intercept of the linear regression is, and we want to say that the bar is over that. So in other words, in that instance, if this was the linear regression that was created from that said function, then none of these would work because they're all under the intercept. But these would work because they're over the intercept. Now you say, hey Eric, but that's in the downtrend. Why would you want those? Yeah, that's just a part of my overall conditions. But even though that this is moved over the trend line, it also broke the trend line, right? And we know that we do want to break trend lines to start new trends. You got to break an old trend to start a new trend. So all these under here have not broken. Do they have a potential to move above? Yes, they do. But they have not broken the trend. So in order for us to find a new trend, which we are looking for, as we're looking for like a reversal in this 5-minute time frame, we want to find things that are over. So let's change this to that, and then we're going to put so that's value 2. So we're going to put that let's put mid bar is over value 2, and it's going to change all those. Okay. All right, so that's good. Look at that. That gave us some that gave us these guys down here, this guy down here, this guy down here. We did not get these, and we could change this number around a little bit better. And maybe that's one of the things that we do with the strategy, right? I don't know. Considering that we change this to an input, and then we allow for the strategy optimizer to find out where that sweetest spot is for these. All right. Nevertheless, we got some good potential entries here. We have these, but we don't want those. So what's going on here that's not going on here, that's not going on here, that's not going on here? Well, here we're under the EMA. Here the EMAs are spread. And this is not even a great one because you see that the stock does start moving down there. So maybe this one, yes, but not these. Okay, definitely not these. Here, that yellow line is over the blue line, so that's saying that the 6 period of the volume is over the 50 period of the volume. Now, why would you do that? NVDA is a tricky one. Let's see, 200 moving up there. Got bottom wicks there. Do I want to just look for stuff when it's moving over the 200 EMA? These are some nice dips here. I don't like that. Maybe it's because the slope is too low. Yeah, so we're looking for the intercept before. Now let's look for the slope. And so the slope is down here. And in this specific range here, what is that slope doing? Let's investigate. So in this range here that we do not want, that slope is definitely negative. Negative slope just means that it's going down. A positive slope would be going up. So a negative slope, it is down there by negative 0.82. Over here, it is negative 0.18. And that slope is of 5 periods, I do believe. Let's just change the input so we know that for sure. Okay, so I think that was negative 18. That's negative 0.8. So we can say that we don't want the slope to be that aggressive over 5 bars. If it's over 5 bars and it's that aggressive, then it's not ready. All right, so let's do that. Let's take the slope over 5 bars. We're going to do linear regression slope. We're going to have price length. So I think we did. I think that's of the low of 5 bars. So we want it to be. Let's start with it just being greater than 0. Yeah. Greater than negative 0.23. Re-verify. Okay, so we do get that one. We keep that one. We got that one. We got these in here. And I don't love those. I don't think I don't think I want it to be an extra long bar. Like this one is an extra long bar, which is a huge drop, which is kind of like that mean to reversion, but so is this one. There's a long bar. We're comparing the average, the average trading range at that point. So average true range, we're going to add that, and you'll see that that bar right there, this bar right here, is kind of long. So that bar, so we have a longer average true range, and as it's going into this dip, you see it starts from here at the top. As it's going into the dip, the average true range is moving up. Retraces down here before it moves up again. I still don't like that. I don't think that this is a great risk reward, especially when we're looking at maybe the 5-minute chart. If you're looking at swing trading, holding overnight, then that's another thing. So, yeah, I definitely don't want the price, the value, the range to be greater than average true range. So we're just going to take that out. So range is greater than. So again, I mean, if you're trading something like a reversion, then that might be fine. But that's not what these trades are. These trades that I'm looking for are just like dips, just kind of smooth, calm dips. Excuse me. Come on. Jesus. Average. True. What is it? AVG? There it is. Average true range of the 7. We're going to say that range is less than that. So that'll get rid of that bar. And that bar. Keeps that bar. Don't love that bar either, though. I don't love any of these bars in here. So we're going to look and see what the high to the, well, we need to look at the distance from the we need to look at the distance from the high to the simple moving average of the 9. So that's what I'm looking at here. We're going to make that, I don't know, 2. And then we need the spread of the moving averages. Spread of the moving averages, everything is coming up on that one, on the third. On the third scale, which doesn't make sense. That's showing up on the 5th. I don't know, let's put 9th. We should put 4th. 4th for the spread. That one's for the slope, that one for the range, and then SMA touch. Instead of 2, let's make it 6. Okay. That's no good. That one's okay. Nah, that one's not great. That was not great. I don't really like any of these. That blue one's good. That blue one's good. I don't know about that one. That blue one is bad. It's bad. What's going on there? Okay, the volume weighted moving average is going down. That's one thing for sure. That one too. The 200 SMA is going down. The spread is going down. Here the spread is lower than it was prior. Like I said, NVIDIA is just tough. SMA touch. It's flat. It's flat, so it's touching the 9 period. So is that one. So is that one. So is that one. So NVIDIA likes to touch the 9 moving average a lot. Well, this one is not touching. Okay. That one is touching. I know I said this thing's got to be under. Okay, the low's got to be under. Let's make the open under the 9 moving average. Alright, get rid of a lot more. Yeah, all this stuff keep touching the 9 moving average. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Alright, so that looks good, that looks good. This one I still don't love. And what is going on there? On one thing, the spread is moving up. I definitely don't think we want the spread moving up, not by that much. So if we go from, make a line from here to here, that's 10 bars. So say, and that's 23%. So we don't want the SMA spread over 50 to be more than 23% over 10 bars. Okay, so SMA, the EMA spread was SMA spread is less than EMA spread. Let's see, minus EMA spread of 10 bars ago over EMA spread. It's got to be less than 23%. So let's make it 20 just for our, let's make it 15 just for some breadth of this strategy to work. Okay, and instead of it being this, if that's a condition that we want, we're going to say not, and not condition 6. Alright, boom. So we got rid of that one. We still have those two, so that's great. That's great! Yeah! Alright, so we gotta have those two. Ooh, man, that's so good! Oh, that look good! That look good! Yeah! I love it, man. I love it. Y'all just don't know, man. Y'all really don't know. Alright, so we still, so we have that one we don't like. We have that one we like, not like. So we got a lot of them that we like. Alright. How do we get rid of that guy? I think that guy is those look good. That looks good. How do we get rid of this one? Looking at the average true range, which looks pretty high. At least, so what I'm looking at is I'm looking at this blue line right here. Okay, and that area right there is it's a peak. So I'm looking at this dot, I'm looking at that peak. I don't like that. That's no peak. That's no peak. That's no peak. That's actually in a little trough. No peak. No peak. We don't like that one, but that's no peak. This one has a peak. So and that one is also under that same trend area that I was showing you prior. But we said we didn't want it under, we wanted it above. So and it's also really close to the 9 EMA. Well, it's not relative, right? So this is the bar, and then this says that the 9 EMA touch is far away. Oh, I think the 9 EMA touch is from the low, not from the close. You know I'm so elated. Alright, I'm going to name this script hunting. 5-minute script hunting. Part 2. Alright, so I'm actually get this out of here. And we're just going to look at basic chart profile. Just so I can blow this up a little bit larger. Oh, but then we also got rid of our NVDA Part 2 script. Let's get that back on. So we have this one. And I mean, this one isn't bad. I mean, it's definitely in a dip, right? So it's not bad, but it's let's see, that volume is twice as low as that range there. Let's see, do we want the 9 EMA to actually be moving up? Doesn't have to be. What makes these good entries? I know that volume was very low. That one works, but that volume is also low. That one kind of works, but not really. That volume is really low. This one's very low too, but it's half of the it's half of the 6, and the 50 is way less. Half of 6, 50 is way less. Okay, so that one is much closer to the 50. So I think I'm going to say like it's got to be greater than 70% of the 50 period moving average of the volume. Let's try that. So the volume has to be greater than 70% of the volume 50. Sync that. Verify. Okay, good, good, good. That's good. Didn't get anything in that continuation. That's okay. That's good. That's good. That one would be a stop loss. That one's still getting stopped out. That one may be okay. None of these look great right here. Okay, the 50 is moving down here. I mean, the 200 exponential moving average is moving down. Alright. Again, guys, we cannot win them all. We cannot get all the entries. So some of them will either have to lose or give away. I could say that this low has to be the lowest over like 1, 2, this many bars. The lowest over like 10 bars. Well, and that would be essentially doing the same. You know what? I didn't think about that. Because at one point I was adding something in my scripts to just say that it's got to be lower than the most recent swing low. However, that's really just saying, well, no, it's not. Because it doesn't have to be lower than the... it can simultaneously be lower than swing low and the lowest of 5 bars. Or it could just be lower than the recent low and not the lowest of 5 bars. So I think I will make a swing low. Swing low. So instance price, strength, length. Instance price, strength, length. Okay, now what I typically do for this is I'll say value, I'll say if swing low is greater than 0, then value 6 equals value 4, else value 6 equals value 4 of a bargo. So it just always assigns that, assigns something to that value 6. So do I want it that way? I think I took that away though in my last script. So value 6. That just assures that we get the lowest of the lows. And then if we get a higher low, then it just kind of starts over. I like that. I like that. Alright, so then this would not fire. Okay. Alright, so so we're going to say that the open has got to be greater than value 6. Okay, and then now to get rid of that bar. Verify! Yes! No! I have problems. Swing low. If swing low. No, I didn't want to say swing low. You silly goof. If value 4 is greater than that. Okay. Verify. Oh! Got to spell it right. My fast fingers are too fast. It did not get rid of that. Open is greater than value 6. If value 4 is greater than 0, then value 6 equals value 4. Else value 6 equals, oh, value 6 of a bargo. Yes, silly. Silly. And it still didn't get rid of it? What? Alright, that's got to be a swing low. Because I see 5 right there already. On the right side of this pivot. There's clearly 5 on the left side of this pivot. So that's the low. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that makes this a swing low. And like I said, we're assigning. So if value 4 is greater than 0, which it is, because now it's assigned a low. That's the instance. That's the price strength of 5 over 10 bars. Okay. Value 4 is greater than that. Then we're going to assign value 6. We'll have the value of value 4. Else value 6 equals value 6 of 1 bar ago. Okay, and then we're going to say that the open has to be less than that value 6. Yeah. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of trouble, so what I got to do now, something I learned that I can do is go and do a print. So print, I want to print the date and a space and the time and a space, and then we're going to print value 6. So now we can see what value 6 is. On this bar. Now bar is the 1045 bar. Alright, excuse me. Alright, so now we verify. Oh, need to close that off, print that, and then we go Shift Control E. Alright. So now we're going down to, what time was that? 10:45. Do I need to put a bar number? Why is that number the same? 422.13 for the whole entire thing. That doesn't make sense. I definitely did something wrong. Alright, so value 6. So let's print the bar number. Alright, so this is kind of like the debugging, the figuring out part, see what we did wrong. So now you see all these numbers going up. These are just counting the bars. This is from date 6/6/21. I didn't realize I had this many bars on the screen. So 123. Ah! What is it doing? Is it still thinking or something? It keeps resetting. Oh, this is about to drive me bananas. I don't think it likes the syntax or something I put in here. Because it keeps restarting. Okay, it doesn't like something. If value 4 is greater than 0, then value 6 equals value 4. Else, value 6 equals value 6 of a bar ago. Let me check swing low. Price, instance price, strength, length. Open is greater than value of 6. But my main problem here is this print log. And then the fact that I'm not getting any swing lows. I'll tell you what. I'm going to plot the swing lows. What's up out there, guys? Let me know what's going on in the chat. What do you want to see? What do you want to talk about? Just putting something together for NVIDIA, trying to find a profitable 5-minute strategy. I did pretty good on Apple and Tesla over the last day or two, but NVIDIA is tricky, or it's tricky on the 5-minute. I haven't gone to the 1 minute yet, but it's tricky on the 5 minute. So right now I'm kind of using the print log to find out why I can't identify swing lows. So over here you see got the swing low going, right? So I want to identify what the swing low is, and then once I identify what the swing low is, I want to assign that value to value 6. And if the swing low is not over 0, then I want to assign value of 6 from 1 bar ago to value 6. I'm going to put not is greater than or equal to 0? Yeah, greater than or equal to 0. I don't know. Alright, let's resync that. Because if there is no swing low, then it's supposed to assign the value of -1 to the to value 4. But you see here I'm getting 422.13. I'm getting that for every single one. However, I'm looking at each bar, but the print log is not working right. It keeps going back up to the top. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to, let's see, I'm putting the printing, the date, the time, the bar number, and value 6. I'm going to mute this out. And, let's see, value 4 is associated with value 6. I'm going to mute that out, and then I'm going to mute out condition 8. And then I'll re-verify and look at the print log again. And okay, now it's printing a bunch of stuff. Now it's printing a bunch of numbers. See the numbers down here moving? Still kind of going kind of slow though. Alright, so will it let me scroll? It's not letting me scroll. That's weird. Okay. Now it's letting me move. But I guess with every tick, it is maybe trying to reprint. With every tick, with every movement, it's trying to reprint, and maybe that's what's starting the log over. I don't know if there's a way that I can stop that from moving. Let's go up. No. All right, but on the grand scale, I really got to get that back in the equation because I like that. So I'm trying to get rid of like this guy, but in the grand scheme of things, I haven't put it into a strategy yet to see how it performs. But I've been able to isolate the blue one. So everything, all these blue dots would be my potential entries based on this strategy. So those 3 look good. That one, I might get that one, but it'll probably get stopped out. That one will get stopped out. That one will get stopped out. All those are obviously this red line, the 200 exponential or simple moving average is going down. So I need to figure out, okay, these probably work. That one works. This one may work. This one definitely doesn't work. And like I said, that one, I don't know. Not so much. That one is definitely no good. How in the world did I get that one on there? And then that first guy over to the side. So how did I get this one? The open is over the simple moving average of the 9. That's condition 2. The open of the bar has got to be, no, it's got to be less than the simple moving average of the 9. Which I guess is right there, right? So it's right hooked into there. I mean, if I put that the high is under the simple moving average, like we might lose that one. Let's see if we put the high is under the simple moving average. And then we're going to re-verify. Okay, so we didn't lose that one. We did lose that one. All right, so that's good. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, we'll put it in the strategy performance, the optimization report, and see if it can optimize and make this profitable. I like these harder ones though, because these harder ones, you know, make you work a little bit harder, and it makes your code better. But I do want to figure out why this swing low is not working. Oh, I'm gonna plot this swing low. So let's plot it. So that plot of that swing low should be value 6, because we pretty much assigned everything on value 4 to value 6. We could plot both of them, but let's just plot one. So we're going to plot 2, it's value 6, close it, re-verify. Well, there's your problem there, Shippy. Okay, alright, so that didn't plot anything. So that lets us know that our volume, okay, it didn't plot anything because we muted this one. Alright, so let's unmute it, re-verify, see what we get. Alright, still, is that our dot? That's our dot for our swing low? No way. No way. What is that? What is that blue dot hanging out in the middle there? That is not a swing low. Unless it's referencing a swing low from here, that doesn't make sense. All right, let's plot value 4. Value 4 is actually the swing low, not the value 4 to the value 6, that kind of thing. All right, so value 4 plotted as the swing low is not coming up with anything, which is crazy. All right, so we're going to go to Edit Studies and look to see see what the color on that is. So that's plot 2. The color is blue. It is blue. All right, let's go to green, and then we'll make the style a point. Nah, point. Let's make it a cross. All right, we're going to make it a cross. And then actually, let's make the side, well, the size is already big enough. That was the first plot. Second plot, size is big enough also. All right, so now we're going to come here and we're going to zoom out. It doesn't have any swing lows. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right, so something is wrong with this swing low. This is the part I love about coding. This is why not everybody's going to make it in this coding stuff, because it's not fun for most people. Like for me, I enjoy it, right? But this is not fun for most people. They wouldn't be able to handle it. They just melt. Which sometimes you'll see me have a breakdown on here. You know, not really, but all right. So instance, the most recent one, the price. So what I don't know if you can see this. I don't think you can see this. All right, let me turn this on so you can see what I'm looking at. Let's see. I think if I turn on too much stuff, it auto stops, like you can't see what's going on. Alright, so let's do this. Function, swing low. Alright, so this is what I'm looking at right now. Alright, so I'm looking to see what exactly is occurring. What it's saying. It's saying that the swing low should have the instance, the price, the strength, and the length. So the instance is what happens most recently, second most recently, that kind of thing. And then the price, which is, you know, high, low, middle bar, whatever. And then the strength, how many bars are required on either side of the swing. And then the number of bars to be considered. So all that stuff is in there. There's no reason why that shouldn't work. Okay, we go back to our definition here. We have the swing low, and so we have the instance, which is the most recent one. We have the price, which we're referencing the low, the strength, which is 5, and then the length, which is 10. No reason why that shouldn't work. So value 4, like I said, we're plotting value 4 here. That should plot the swing lows. That should plot the swing lows, but it's not doing anything. All right, let's do this. I'm just curious. Let's create another show me, because you'll eventually figure out how to do stuff and what you did wrong. All right, so let's say swing low delete. We'll just leave it swing low because I can use this later on. As a show me, or as an indicator? Show me or as an indicator? It should work on both, right? All right, let's do it as a show me first. So we're going to do, well, and maybe that's not why it's not working. Value 1, we're going to do swing low. We had 1 is the instance, low, 5, and 10. And then we closed that. We went down here. We did plot 1. We're going to do value 1. Going to close that. Verify that. And then we'll go to the chart. And we'll add show me swing low. So show me $ swing low. There it is. Add that. Okay, so now it shows up, right? So that doesn't even make sense. It's not showing up on our on this show me here. It's the same thing. Swing low, 1 low, 5, 10. Swing low, 1 low, 5, 10. Swing low, 1 low, 5, 10. So something is not going on right here. Value 4 has not been assigned to anything yet. All right, but so this is what I'm saying. So what I was trying to show you, and something funky is going on, so I have to figure that out, or what, I don't know. But what I was saying is, what I was going to do is, if value 1 is less than 0, then we're going to say value 2 equals value 1. Else value 2 equals value 2 of 1 bar ago. Close that. And now we're going to plot value 2. Value 2. Oh. Value 2. Okay, and it didn't like that. If value 1 is less than 0, then value 2 equals value 1. Else value 2 equals value 2 of 1 bar ago. All right, so it didn't like that. So let's go back to define swing low, because swing low. So this is, like I said, part of that debugging process where I figure out what's going on and why it doesn't like it. Okay, if you look down here, if the most recent swing low, a 1 would be submitted for da-da-da. Alright, assigns value 1 the most recently occurring close in over 10 bars that has a strength of 4 on both sides of the bar. Value 1 assigns to value 1 the most recently occurring close. Okay, and we look for a low, so that's fine. 1 close, 410. Yep. And then what happens if, alright, so if nothing is found, it's a -1. Alright, so, and I'm saying if the value is less than 0, which would be a -1, right, then the value 2 would equal value 1. Oh, wait a minute. If value 1 is less than 0, now if we're going to value is greater than 0. Alright, alright. Got to change that operand. There we go. Alright. So, now you see here, if we zoom in on it, we got all these lows. So these lows just continue. So this low here will continue over until we find a new low, which continues over until we find a new low, which continues over until we find a new low based on the parameters that we set, which is just that there's 4 bars on each side, right? And so then this low keeps going over until we find a new low meeting that criteria, and then it goes over until we find a new low meeting that criteria, until we find a new low, right? So now you can really kind of qualify your higher lows. That's how you qualify your higher lows. And so now if I want to say that the price has to be above this value, then we know that the price is moving up. Or we can say, you know, look for the price to break it. Alright, so if I stretch this out, instead of being 5, now we're going to make it 10. Now there's going to be fewer bars They'll be as long as 10, but there'll be fewer bars. Actually, the way I have it set up, there'll be at least a bar across the entire screen. It'll be a long bar, but it'll be fewer. Oh, 10, I gotta make this 20. Because that's the length that it looks for has to be longer than the look back period. So you see how some of these bars are longer here? And that's for the simple fact that there's not as many swing lows meeting that criteria. Okay. See here, this is a significant swing low because it has 10 bars on either side. And it goes far, 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 far. Now it looks like this is a swing low that meets that same criteria. 10 bars on left side, 10 bars on right side. And then here. And now it breaks it. Alright. But again, so I should be able to come here and I should be able to print. I wonder if I had something else printed on another screen. So print bar number. And then we'll do space, we'll do time, and then we'll do space, and then we'll do value 2. And this is what I was trying to show you. That the print log, Control Shift E, the print log should show you what value 2 is equal to. Come on, print log. There you go. All right. I think it's actually printing that the other print that I had on there too. Yeah, it is jumping every time we get a tick. And I don't know what to do about that. Preferences? Yeah. It's kind of upsetting. I need to figure that out. But like I said, obviously that this this syntax here does work. So let's get this back off the screen. Come back over here. All right. So again, I said swing low. For instance 1, low, 5, 10. If value 4 is greater than or equal to 0, and I didn't even need the equal to then, I just put then value 6 equals value 4, else value 6 equals value 6 of embargo. And then I came down here and I said that the open has got to be greater than the value 6. In this instance, it should have took this away as well, because we'd be saying that the open of this bar has to be greater. Well, this is based on value 10, so I can take this one off. Take this study off. Actually, I'm going to just move that to value 5 so we can see visually what's going on. And so again, I'm saying that, is that value 5? Because I'd be saying that this open here would have to be greater than this value, and it's not. This open would have to be greater than this value, and it's not. I don't think that that's right. That's not right. That's way more than 10 bars. Well, doesn't have to be as fine in the new length. All right. Well, low 5 or 10. That's all I did. Well, then it would get rid of that then. Once I verify, it'll get rid of that. Yeah, it does. Okay. The problem is that I wasn't able to pull up this print log correctly. So to verify what I'm seeing. So I've got to look up and see why that print log keeps moving. But in the meantime, I'm not going to worry with that. I'm going to do something like this. Instead of continuing that number, I'm just going to I'm not going to do this at all. We're just going to get rid of this. We're just going to have the swing low that goes out 10 bars. So value 1, get rid of this print deal. Ease up the computer a little bit. Okay, so now it's that long. Okay, so now this one would be okay to fire. I mean, we could move that 15 though, right? Yeah. Okay, all right, and now we come back over here. We're going to move this one up to 15 as well. And we need to take away that extra piece. So we're just going to take away that. So we're taking away value 6. So we move value 6 from here and just make it value 4. Re-verify, and then that'll show back up. Yeah. All right, so yeah, this one showed up as well, but I think that's the one we were kind of trying to get rid of. But let's just see what kind of performance we get on a strategy similar to this. All right, so that's 0.6, and then this goes up quite a bit, so we're not really worried there. How far would this go up? This would go up like 0.6, and I think that's 0.30, 1.3. 0.6 and 1.3. So let's put this in a strategy and see what it says. 0.6 and 1.3. I'll go here and make a strategy. 0.6, 1.3. This will be 5-minute NVDA 08 10 23 part 2. I'll come here and put all that in, just paste it in, and then we're going to call this 1.3 here. Was this 0.6? 0.6. Was that 0.6 or? Yeah, it's 0.6. So then that's closer to 1 to 2 then, right? Alright, so we're going to verify, and then make sure you get no errors, Come over here, left click, right click, studies, add strategy. So 5-minute NVIDIA part 2, add that. Okay, now we're going to go to Edit Studies, and then Strategy. We're going to double click that. 6, 1.3, we're going to optimize this, and then we're going to optimize this. Hit OK. Advanced settings. Exclude first and last, exclude date before. No, we don't need to do any of that. There was a function to only look at a certain number of tests. Fixed shares unit, 100,000. Backtesting. That was on another screen. So let's go ahead and optimize. This will take a while. Let's just take a while. It could take a couple minutes. But so what this is going to do is this is optimizing. Excuse me. This is optimizing the strategy, and so you know the take profit and the stop loss that we put in. It's going to look at all. So whenever it's already done. Whenever it gets an entry, it's going to look at the data that says, okay, well, this was a good entry. Your stop loss was here. Your take profit was here. If you had made a stop loss a little bit less and a take profit a little bit more, you would have made more money overall over the course of all of your entries and exits. And then it finds that sweet spot in the middle of what numbers you should put. So let's see what it came up with. So now we press the report button, and you don't see the report, so let me share it with you. That's not it. That's not it. There we go. Okay, now I just need to make it bigger. Okay, all right. So this is a report that that was populated, and so you can see that it ran. I don't want to make it too big because then you can't see that. Trying to make it so you can see it. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. All right, so you can see that it did a number of tests. Did 121 tests. All right, and so all in all, it looks like my strategy was pretty banging because most of these are all green. So it didn't have a real hard job to find the optimized path because most of the alternatives were good. So let's find out what the best one was. The best one would have made $2,000. And the numbers that we put in, where we're looking for like the percentage. Remember I had 1.3 here, which was 1.3%, and I had 0.6 here, which was 0.6% stop loss. So it moved my stop loss to 0.54%, and it moved my my take profit down to 1.17%. And again, your win rate does not have to be super high in order for you to have a high profitability. I don't know how I can express that, because if you lose 100 times, but every 100 times you only lose 1 cent, then you lost $100. I mean, you lost $1. But if on that one time, or say 99 cents, or we can say 100, whatever. But if then on that 101th time you won 200, then you can lose 100 times and win 1 time and still come out on top. You still came out 100 on top because you made 200 on the time you won. You lost 1 cent for every time. So that risk to reward ratio is bananas. It's like what, 1 cent to $200. It's bananas, but it works. And as long as it works, it works. All right, and that's what I love about doing the quantitative analysis, the algorithms, and that piece is that the numbers will work out over a period of time, whatever you're looking at, and if you stick with it, it'll just work itself out. But when you're trading, pushing the button, and you don't really know, man, am I losing because I'm having a bad day, or am I losing because and you don't really know, and so then that affects your performance, and then so your performance will then change. So whereas your strategy was get in over the 9, get out over the under the 15. When you get emotional, now instead of getting in over the 9 or whatever I said, you're getting in over the 25. So you change it, and now once you change it, that changes this entire optimization. That changes the entire your entire ratio, your entire win rate, it changes everything. And if you can't pinpoint it, then it's then what are you really doing? Now, if you have a bunch of strategies that are really good, and if you get emotional about this one, and then you just shift and you go to another one that's really profitable and you can execute, then that's fine. I mean, go for it. But I haven't established that in myself yet, so I'm going with something a little bit more, kind of cutthroat. I definitely like this. All right, so on this one here, we're up $2,000. So let's look at that. So we're going to change our actual strategy. We're going to change it to this one because I like their numbers better. We're going to change it to 1.17 and 0.54. Now, how many trades did it take? It took 7 trades. That's not a lot of trades. The win rate was 71%. So this would be one that I definitely, I'm going to print it out, and then I'm going to keep track of it. I'm going to look at it as the next couple of days and weeks go by and that kind of thing, and see if the profitability stays, if the win rate still stays roughly the same. If it does, then it'll be good to go. If it doesn't, then you might have to chuck it. But again, there's going to be different seasons for different strategies as well, and that's why I'm working on getting so good at making strategies, and I'm making them every single day, is because you want to be able to make another one like that. You want to be able to make another one if the market changes, and for whatever reason your strategy goes from a 71% win rate down to a 22% win rate, and it's not profitable. You want to go find another one ASAP. Okay, but yeah, this is good. This is great. Oh man. I want you to look at this though. Out of all those tests that it did, 120 tests, 90 of them. So from the number 1 all the way down here to number 90. 90 of them were in the green. So 30 of them were not in the green. So 90 to 30. So a 3-to-1. 3-to-1 the probability of even in that range of trying to optimize this study, there's just so many good profitable positions. So this was awesome. All right, so I'm gonna change my actual strategy to 1.17 to 0.54. All right, so here I'm gonna come here to take profit, and I'm gonna put 1.17, and I'm gonna put 0.54. All right, but I usually like to put what I started with. So originally 1.3 to 0.6. Didn't spell that right. Oh, need to put my glasses on. Jesus. All right, so we're going to re-verify that, and then we can actually get this out of the way. This is good. I haven't been printing these out. I'm going to start printing these out here. And of course, since I changed the strategy, the results went away. But that's okay. I'll rerun it later. For myself. All right, but we got a profitable strategy here. I'm going to run the strategy performance report. And now it should say, yeah, pretty nice equity curve. Right, so boom, 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 boom. And again, it generated 7 trades. So what I'll do here in a little bit is I'm going to actually put one together for the 1 minute or the 15-second time frame so that I can get more trades. I would like to see more trades than 7 over the course of, what's that, 2 months? Let's say June, July, and then a couple days of August. So over 2 months, it took 7 trades. But again, we're talking a 5-minute time frame, and it's the 5-minute time frame. Obviously, 5-minute time frame is a little bit longer portion of time, so there should be, well, to me, there should be less trades, unless you're trading like intra-bar, which, then that's another thing. All right, but it would have been cool to, take advantage of some of these guys in here. But again, I'm looking for profitability. I'm not looking for taking a bunch of trades. Alright. Okay, good deal. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and print this out. We're going to keep this. And then and we're going to file this away. I don't want to print all of them though. So the periodic return, there we go, that 71% percent gain of 2%. That's great. All right, so or maybe I want to, there we go. All right, so I think I did a save. So I'm going to do the performance report and performance, trade list, trade analysis, and periodic. All right, and then the settings. All right, and I always name everything very specifically. 5 minutes. All right, what was this? The NVDA 08-10-23, and this is the part 2. I did the part 1 earlier today, and it was not a very good strategy. I did it quick, but it wasn't a very good strategy. All right, let's see. I'm curious because, like I said, this one on the 5-minute period made $2,000 over this period of time. Let's see what the other one did. Okay. So if we add the other study, the other strategy back to it, the NVIDIA for yuck, you doing? Study, add strategy. Alright, so NVIDIA 810. So this is one that I have from earlier today. Now, those two strategies together look like they made $5,000. Is that right? That wouldn't be right. It wouldn't have put two strategies together. Let's take that out. Let's look at that. Yeah, those two strategies together. All right, but so we're going to take we're going to take part 2 off. We're going to turn that off. Okay, and so now we just have the part 1. The one I did from earlier today was $6,000 to the profit. What? Did I know that? Well, that one was way more profitable than this one. Good Jesus. Well, let's see where the trades were. Trade there. Oh, really? It went from there all the way up to there? Really? Bought there. Stopped out here. And it only did 5 trades. Again, I want to see more trades than less trades. That one went in, stopped out. That one went in, stopped out. Oh, this was a fluke then. So then 20% profitable. So it took 5 trades. Only one of them was good. All the other 5 were bad. Yeah, this is not enough based on enough enough trades as far as I'm concerned. Where did this? Okay, this one got stopped out. Yeah, this one was based on 5 trades, and maybe that's something important for me to note too, right? Because again, it's kind of like that thing I was telling you about with the trades losing a penny every time, but then you're making 200 pennies all at once on one of them. Well, kind of sounds like a gamble. Kind of sounds like a gamble. And then who's really, even if you buy here and it starts moving up, who's going to wait that long, right? Even if you are trading with the machine, who's going to wait that long? I think they have something like in sample, out of sample too. I don't know if that applies or not. No. But yeah, I'd say that this is wampus here. This is wampus. That wouldn't work. So anyway, the one that I currently have in place, that one works. It's 70% profitable, so it means that 70% of the time connects were made, and so that's more consistent with hitting the target. So it's consistently hitting the target, so you know that you can hit the target. It's like saying, and I love analogies, whatever. But it's like a little kid getting out there and be like, man, he can hit a grand slam. And he gets out there and he's just swinging. He's closing his eyes and he's swinging. And he's just swinging and he's swinging. And he's like, he can hit a home run. Well, yeah, maybe. And it might take him 40 years before he hits that home run, that grand slam. He can do it, sure. But I want to put Tank. I want to put Tank in the game. Because Tank can hit a home run every time, right? So, I mean, yeah, win rate is not everything, but as I sit here and go through this, I can see how win rate is important. Now, when we start, can we split hairs about how much? I'd say, like I said, based on 5 trades. If it was based on 100 trades, and it was still had a win rate of 20%, but it was profitable, I might say, okay. But based on 5 trades, that's like saying apples or oranges. It could be apples, it could be oranges. You don't really know. And just because you saw one apple doesn't mean that I don't have a trunk full of oranges. No, I got a trunk full of oranges. I just showed you one apple. Right. Anyway, there we go again with the analogies. But like I said, NVIDIA looks good today. I'm gonna save all this stuff and upload. I'm gonna update the Discord with just kind of those results. And I hope you guys come and hang out with me later. Peace.